Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you 5 ways to make your bar chords a heck of a lot easier and less painful. And number 5 is a really good one, so you're probably going to want to stick around for the whole video. So first off, I want to demonstrate to you. I'm going to make a quick bar chord, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to put it out here. As you can hear, I can play a bar chord without squeezing and hurting my hand. And this is something that does take a little bit of practice, but you want to be able to approach it right so that you don't end up with that sore hand and end up quitting guitar, because that's a great way to end up not being able to play. So first off, number 1, you need to be on the side of your bar finger and your finger tips. You don't play on the flats of your fingers, especially for bar chords. And the side of your finger has less surface area, which means that the pressure is going to be more concentrated. So you have an equal amount of pressure, but it's on a smaller amount of surface area. Therefore, it's more concentrated. Also, it's a little harder and bonier, whereas the flat of your finger is soft. Number 2, not 1, 2. It's a little early here. Number 2, the placement of your fingers needs to be right next to the frets, as well as you need to examine which strings actually need the bar. So this is my basic major bar chord shape, right? And I actually only need to bar 3 strings for this shape, because these fingers are taking care of the other things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this big old fat knuckle here on the lower 3 strings, right smack dab in the middle. That way it pokes into them. And then it's easy enough to just kind of curl my index so that I get a nice... Okay, number 3. Now this one is supported by 4 and 5, so don't skip 4 and 5 with this one. So a lot of people will teach you that bar chords are squeezing with the index. Not so. Not so. You actually need to have your thumb, if you're imagining like the horns, right? If you're doing a bar chord, the thumb really needs to be in the middle of the bar. The reason being, if you squeeze on your index, you are going to take pressure away from these fingers and then end up having to squeeze more, and then you end up squeezing down and choking your chord. And if you do get all the strings to sound, it's going to sound like garbage, and it's going to be probably out of tune because you're squeezing so hard that you're bending the string. So what you need to do is have an even amount of pressure on all of your fingers. So that brings me to number 4, which really drives this one home. Instead of squeezing for your bar chord, which is what almost everybody does when they first start trying, and even some experienced players still do this, and they're worse off for it. So you need to pull with your arm, right? If you pull with your arm, you'll be getting your finger pressure from a bigger muscle, and also you're going to be pulling evenly into each finger so that the finger pressure is even across the frets, and it's going to give you a much better sounding bar chord, a much less painful bar chord, and you're not going to be squeezing. Number 5, this one I kind of want to take credit for figuring this one out, because nobody ever showed this to me, and I've taken probably 40 to 50 grand in guitar and music lessons, as well as going to college for music and everything. So I'm pretty proud of this one. This one complements number 4. You can take this arm and actually push your fretboard into your fingers. So if you pull and push very slightly, no squeezing needed. Also very even pressure. I'm primarily a classical guitarist, and we play chords where the bar is like this, right? And if you have a bar sitting out with fingers that far, honestly, you cannot squeeze to make this type of chord make a sound, right? This is a bar on the 3rd with your pinky up there on the 7th. There's also a Bach piece of one in D minor where you bar the 5th fret with your pinky, the 3 strings, and you catch that 1st fret with your index. I mean, there is no way that you're going to be able to play that chord by squeezing and all of that stuff. So have fun with these tips. Also, don't forget to check out the fretboardsociety.com, musicandguitarlessons.com. Those are both going to be the same website soon once I get my work done this week, but they're separate for now. You'll get some awesome brain training there, as well as you can probably check out my best-selling music theory book that'll help you understand music a heck of a lot better. Also, subscribe to my channel and check out the next video. Happy practice. Definitely do not forget to subscribe and like this video.